Did the Trump token just scam thousands of investors? One moment it was skyrocketing, the next it crashed, leaving countless traders with empty wallets. Was the token a brilliant investment opportunity, or was it a careful orchestrated scam from the start? Was this real trading or just pure market manipulation designed to drain money from retail investors? Today we are uncovering the truth behind the Trump token. Who really created it? Was the price rigged from the start? And is this a warning sign for the entire crypto market? If you ever bought a meme coin or considered investing in political tokens, you need to watch this before you're making your next move. So let's start. Before we talk actually about whether it's a scam, we first need to clarify what is the Trump token actually. So in 2023, a token called Trump was released with the idea of using the Trump brand to make money. The token had no direct connection to Donald Trump himself, but that didn't stop many people from investing. The principle, the token price fluctuated depending on Trump's public perception. So rising poll ratings, price high. Negative headlines, price down. This reminds of meme coins such as Dogecoin or Shiba Inu. But with one crucial difference. This was not about a community or a technology, but about one single person, Donald Trump. Many investors saw this as a quick way to make money, but it soon became clear that it was an extremely risky game. As with many meme coins, the hype surrounding the Trump token was huge. However, the real winner was not the normal investor, but early investors in whales who were able to capitalize off the market perfectly. The course of the Trump token hype followed a classic pattern that we already know from other speculative crypto projects, the so-called pump and dump scheme. At the beginning, social media and targeted marketing campaigns generated enormous attention. Posts claiming that the Trump token was a huge investment opportunity on platforms such as Twitter, Reddit and Telegram. Crypto influencers and anonymous accounts spread predictions with high purchasing power, giving the impression that the price of the token would explode in the next or in the upcoming months or even weeks. Many of these posts played on political enthusiasm for Donald Trump and used catchphrases such as "Support Trump, buy Trump token," or "The crypto revolution is here." Some of this content may have been intentionally controlled by insiders or early investors to artificially drive up the price. Once enough people were convinced of the supposed get-rich-quick opportunity, many impatient investors began to buy large quantities of the token. In addition, many small investors feared missing out on the opportunity of a lifetime and invested quickly, without looking into the structure of the token or its risks. Within a short space of time, the Trump token was everywhere. In the crypto trends, in the media attention, the rest to the further boost demand. I mean, you probably know it, that's why you clicked also on this video. For many, it seemed as if the Trump token would establish itself as a serious new player in the crypto market. But in reality, it was only a matter of time before the market collapsed. When the price peaked, those who got in early acted strategically. They sold their stocks at extremely high prices and secure huge profits. As soon as big investors sold their tokens, the market began to collapse. Without new buyers to willingly continue buying or investing at high prices, the value of the token fell rapidly. Many small investors who had joined later watched helplessly or actually desperately as their investment lost value within days or even hours. Some still tried to reduce their losses by selling at lower prices, but most held on in the hope of a recovery, which never came. In the end, a small circle of insiders were left with high profits, while the majority of normal investors suffered huge losses. So you see here also a typical pump and dump scheme. But what about the Trump coin? Was it really just a harmless meme coin who just couldn't survive? or was here serious market manipulation in play? There are many indications actually that the Trump token was not just a meme coin, but was intentionally manipulated to massively make certain investors rich. This manipulation can be seen above all in extreme price movements, conspicuous trading patterns, and an actually unnatural hype campaign that drove up the price. So a striking feature actually of the Trump token was that its value was not influenced by technological developments or market trends, but solely by political events and Trump's public perception. When Trump moved up the polls or in the polls or made positive headlines, the token price shot up within a few hours. When negative news emerged or his political position weakened, price fell drastically. So these movements were not natural market reactions, as we see it with established cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin or Ethereum, but indicated that large investors took advantage of the price movements to maximize their profit. For example, after a positive speech by Trump at a campaign event, the Trump token rose by over 30% within a few hours. But the next day, when a negative report about ongoing lawsuits against Trump was published, token suddenly fell by minus 40% within minutes. These are unnatural price movements indicating that large investors intentionally use this news to make massive profits through targeted waves of buying and selling. Such price movements are no coincidence, but a clear indication that insiders or actually organized groups have actively manipulated the market. Another clear indication of market manipulation was the conspicuous trading activity of individual wallets, which bought large, and I mean really large quantity of the token, drove up the price and then sold as soon as new investors entered the market. These wallets often acted in synchronization, so many wallets bought at the same time and sold at the same time, suggesting that coordinated groups of large investors, also known as whales, were intentionally influencing the price. Sudden massive purchases drove the price up within minutes. As soon as public attention was high enough, the same wallets began to sell their holdings, leading to a sudden drop of the price. Some research by blockchain analysts showed that a group of just a few wallets held over 50% of the token supply in the first few days after launch. These wallets bought large quantities in waves, causing the price to and attracting the interest of private investors. As soon as new investors got on board, the holding of these large wallets were sold in several batches, which dropped the price and leaving inexperienced investors with losses. This type of wash trading, where a small group of investors blow up the trading volume, is a classic manipulation strategy that is often used to gain investor confidence and trigger FOMO, so fear of missing out. In addition to suspicious trading patterns, targeted social media manipulation also played a clear role. Anonymous Twitter and Reddit accounts spread positive news about the token in crypto forums without naming clear sources or technical foundations. In Telegram groups, these accounts claimed that the token would bring 1000x profits in the coming weeks. Bots and fake user accounts increased the hype further by publishing masses of positive comments and purchase recommendations. But why is this suspicious? I mean, none of the official Trump channels have ever officially promoted the token. There were no technological innovations or real-world use cases to justify the hype. Nevertheless, the token was aggressively promoted on social media as best crypto opportunity of the year. This type of manipulation is typical of fraudulent crypto projects where investors are tricked into making irrational decisions, so really fast decisions through FOMO. So again, fear of missing out. Probably the strongest argument of the Trump token being manipulative and fraudulent is the fact that Trump himself had no direct connection to it. Donald Trump himself publicly distanced himself from the token. There was no official confirmation from his team that this coin was legitimate. So nevertheless, it was marketed on social media as the official Trump coin. For many investors, it looked as if Trump had personally supported or even helped develop the coin. However, this was not the case, and in precisely this false impression that led to many people losing money. Why is this problematic actually? I mean, the name of a prominent personality, however you stand on him, was exploited to drive up the price. Many investors were deceived by the suggestion that the token would increase in value in the long term. There was no guarantee actually of sustainable price stability, as the value was only based on speculation. So if it's going up tomorrow higher or lower in price value, you never know. Such methods are not only morally questionable, but could also have actually legal consequences if it is proven that investors were misled on purpose. Everything points to the fact that the Trump token was not a normal investment, but a speculative product that increased its price through targeted manipulation. Such crypto projects show again how important transparency, trust, and solid foundations are in the crypto market, and why Eurexion focuses on secure and long-term investments. Unfortunately, this is nothing new. We've seen scams we've seen scam mechanisms like this many times in the crypto world. To give you an example, the Squid token in 2021, based on the famous Netflix series, I think you have heard of it, Squid Game. Price rose rapidly, but developers suddenly withdrew all funds, total loss for other investments. Same with SafeMoon. Huge hype about the founder secretly, the huge hype was there, but the founders secretly sold their shares. Market collapsed, investors lost millions. The Trump token fits perfectly into this category. Played on emotions, in this case political enthusiasm, to lure the investors into a highly speculative investment. So, what does Eurexion think of such tokens? As a legitimate crypto platform, we take a critical view of such meme coins, with a political background and actually all other meme coins in general. Why? Crypto should be based on technological progress and real added value, not on hype or speculations or both. Such tokens harm the entire crypto market because they undermine trust in real innovation. They attract newcomers who then lose money and turn away from crypto altogether. At Eurexion, we focus on transparent and regulated investments that offer long-term value, not just short-term profits for a small group of insiders. Of course, there are always opportunities with high speculations, for example Dogecoin or whatever. But if a coin only exists because it holds the name of a famous person, then you should be careful. So, was the Trump token the biggest crypto scam in history? Maybe not the biggest, but definitely a perfect example of how naive investors are taken advantage of. Remember one thing, just because something has hype doesn't mean it's valuable. Crypto investments should always be based on real technology and utility. Only trade on legit platforms, for example like Eurexion. Most serious crypto exchanges don't even offer such crap in the first place. So you are aware of it. But what do you think? Was the Trump token a scam or just a harmless meme coin that went down? Let us know in the comments. If you liked this video, leave a like, subscribe to the channel and check out Eurexion.com. There you can invest safely in cryptocurrencies without falling for dubious meme coins or such shitcoins or crap. As a new customer, you will also receive up to €100 as a welcome bonus. Thanks and see you next time.